Bond prices and yield to maturity have an inverse relationship to one another. I would suggest that you read the Investopedia article, Advanced Bond Concepts, page 5 through 19, where they do talk about bond pricing. Again, note that many bonds, are traded in a secondary market, which means that they're traded after their creation and the owner of the bond is trading them with another person, and the price is going to be set in that secondary market, and that will determine the yield. Price changes indicate yield changes, and they're inverse from one another. If the price of a bond increases, its yields go down, and vice versa. In the bond market, participants know the terms of the bond. So they know what the payments will be in the future, and they would have a schedule of the payments. They bid against one another to purchase that bond package or bond, and the highest price wins. And the winner of that bond, the price that's paid on that bond, determines its yield. Here is the formula for the yield, and here we're looking at the case of a 3-period bond. We have the price of the bond, P, and again, that's what's bid in the market, and then the coupon payments and the par at the end are known. And if we know the price, you can determine the yield to maturity. And you see the yield to maturity there, Y, is what we can determine once we know the price. There, for each price, there is one yield to maturity. So you give us a price, we can calculate the yield to maturity. Yield to maturity, again, is the discount rate that causes all the cash flows to equal the price of the bond. We can generalize that to a longer case. Here you see at the top equation for n periods, and below that, often the coupon payments are the same for the bond, so we just take out the C1, C2, and just put the coupon payment. That would be the typical case for a treasury note. All right, if you know the price, again, you know the yield to maturity, and you can solve for the Y, price. And if you know the coupon payments, you can find the yield to maturity. In Excel, it is the internal rate of return.